Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 9 on enhancement. So in this session, I'm going to explain screen enhancement concept with the help of custom BADI. So the same first question, if you start with custom BADI, why and what is the reason for custom BADI? So my perspective is, if you want to know how the design is happening from SAP side, especially for the BADI definitions, then custom BADI is a best place to understand. Because once you understand the design, the implementation is very simple. Okay, but we didn't get a chance in the customer exit or user exit how to define. Like we are not in the place to design those things. We used it. There is a place we used it. But here in BADI, we have an option to create a custom enhancement spot, and then we can create a custom BADI. We can play around with the definition, and it's very simple to understand the implementation. Once you are good with the design, it's very simple to implement it. So in that way, I'm going to explain the screen enhancement concept also with the help of custom BADI. We have used customer exit more for screen enhancements. So normally if you want any screen exit available, mostly we go with the customer exit part. In BADI also we have a screen enhancement, comparatively quite be less, I believe. Okay, so let's get into the slide, and after that I will show you the same in my system as well. Okay, so this is one of my favorite concepts. So always screens very close to my heart. Screen concepts, module programming or screen enhancement, those things. Let's see. So the first one is we need to understand the screen flow, because here we are going to learn the definition as well as the implementation part. Okay, so we have to know the entire screen flow, how it's happening in the BADI screen enhancement. Then it's very simple to take it forward. So the first one is I have a standard screen, okay, and it has a subscreen area. Any screen you consider, like ME21N, VA01, VA2, whatever it is, it has a program, it has a screen and everything, right? So we need one standard screen, and technically that's a standard screen has a program and a normal screen, okay, and one sub-screen area. So these things to be created from the standard perspective. There is a program, a normal screen, and this is a normal screen. The the big green box is a normal screen. In the normal screen, standard assign place for a subscreen area. This is going to be the screen enhancement. Okay, so these three to be created from the standard level. Okay, and the implementation part. So for implementation, we need SAP custom screen. Considerably, it's a subscreen. So we need a custom program, plus we need one subscreen. Under the program, we have to create a subscreen, and the subscreen may be some details over there. There is an exit button, there is a label, whatever it is. Okay. So this is from the implementation side. So we have to create a Z program. Along with in the Z program, we have to create a screen, and the type should be subscreens. Okay, and do the design whatever you want. So technically we call it as, this is BADI definition and this is BADI implementation. So this is the way BADI definition is going to happen. They have a program and a normal screen, and they are going to assign a place where this particular custom screen is going to be placed. Okay, the subscreen area. So hope this is quite understandable for you. And the next step would be technical flow. So how this is going to be mapped over here. So that is very important, because this is independently we have created a Z program, subscreens, and design of the subscreen, and this needs to be added in your standard subscreen area. So that is the final or the next step. This is the one. So for this standard program already written a dynamic syntax. So you know the syntax about how to call a subscreen to a subscreen area, right? Just recollect from the module programming. In the module programming, you have PBO and PAI. It's coming under flow logic tab. In the flow logic tab, we have to write a code to include a subscreen to a subscreen area. So the syntax is called subscreen name including subscreen program name and subscreen number. So that is a standard syntax to include a subscreen to a subscreen area from your normal screen. Okay, so that is actually a standard part, definition part. So in the definition level, they already have a dynamic in the sense this program name and subscreen is a dynamic, it's not a constant. So they are going to use a variable, dynamic variable to hold subscreen program name and subscreen number as well. Okay, so this is done from the standard perspective. So this is PBO, it should be in the SE51 flow logic tab. Okay, so this is done. So this also we have to do because we are going to do the definition as well, right? So this is from the standard perspective. So once it is done, automatically, once your implementation is active, automatically this step is taking care of it. Okay, that's clear. And this is syntax, call subscreen area, this area name including the Z program and Z subscreen number is going to be used here. Okay, what next? Implementation methods, that's right. Probably in a customer exit, I have explained about the screen exit over there as well. In a screen design, screen programming, always the code is either a PBO or PAI. Mostly, okay, because we have POH and POV as well. But if you come to a screen exit enhancement, we are not able to use the PBO PI modules directly. So like status underscore screen number, user command underscore screen number, we are not able to use it because these are screen enhancements, right? So if you want to write a code for a PBO or PAI events, we need to understand or we need to figure it out which method. Okay, if you recollect in the customer exit, which function module, function exit is going to be act as a PBO module and PI module. Okay, now we are in a BADI. BADI is full of object oriented concept. So we need to find which method is going to be act as a PBO and PAI. So everything is a method, right? So in a definition part itself, they have to give a method which is for PBO, which is for PAI. Multiple methods also possible sometimes. It depends on the design of BADI. So here they are going to in definition level in SE51. So they are going to SE51 in the sense they need a normal module status 100, module user command 100 kind of. And inside the method, they have to call the implementation of the method M1 and M2. For example, same BADI has a screen enhancement and the same BADI has a normal function enhancement also. It's like exit enhancement also. So they have their own interface method, very technically talking about interface methods. So M1 and M2. Now, in the design part, design screen level and design program level, they have to call the method implementation. You know how to call a method, right? So you have to write a call BADI and you have to use a get BADI. So, sorry, first get BADI and then call BADI. Then call BADI, you have to call the particular method. Either it's coming on a PBO module and M2 is going to be coming in a PI module. Okay, so this is a way they're going to design which methods for PBO, which methods for PI. As a developer, we need to find out which one is for PBO, which one is PI. Then we can do the implementation in our BADI implementation part. Okay, so like method M1 do whatever you want, method M2 do whatever you want. Okay, so this is the entire design of screen enhancement in BADI. So now we are going to do both because we are going to do a custom BADI design. So custom BADI, I have an option to define or design a screen enhancement also. So once you are understanding the design of screen enhancement, so implementation of the enhancement is very simple. You can do the same in any standard implementations. Okay, standard BADI definitions. So hope this might be useful. Let's see you're able to understand. Yep. And yeah, that's it. I will get into the system now. Okay. So here first I have to do the definition, BADI definition, custom definitions. I do have the same enhancement spot Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new BADI definitions. I already have a BADI definitions. I have used this for normal BADI implementation as well as filter because screen has few restrictions. I will show you while creating. That is the reason I'm going to create a new BADI definition. Okay, first step, before going to the body definition, I need to create a program considering that is a standard program. I need to create a program with a screen, and that screen I'm going to create one sub-screen area. So these three things I have to do, starting with ZRY because we are in custom. Okay, but considering that is a standard program. Let me create a program, the Z standard program. Okay, create for body definition. It could be a model pool or executable. It's fine, just for your practice. So you can create, excuse me, any type of program. And I need a screen. So right click, create screen. I'm going to create a screen number 100. Enter. This is going to be a normal screen. So this is a normal screen, and go to layout. Keep one subscreen area wherever you want and give a name for it. I'm giving S1. Okay, remember this. That's it. So we are done in the standard. So coding we have to write over here. We have to do the implementation body things. I will come little later. Okay, so activate my screen and subscreen area, and then activate my program also. So these three things are required to define a screen enhancement in your body. So this is done. Let me copy this program name. Okay. Now go to your body definition. So here I'm going to, let me make it in the change mode. Yep. I'm going to create a new body. So here you can able to create body. So new body definitions, and create body definitions here. So here I can say CGI screen body. Okay, screen body definition. Okay, just for your reference, custom definition. Okay. Okay, so this is a body. I just created a body. Now keep the cursor and use a sub object of like create screen enhancement. So the first restriction of screen enhancement is only with simple implementation. Okay, so only single implementation. So you have to take out this part first. Okay, multiple use is not possible for screen enhancements. So save it. Okay, so now I'm trying to activate this. That is an error. Yep. It shows okay, interface must be specified. I'm expecting something else. Okay, let me complete this. Interface, I have a same interface. I think this is the one which has M1 and M2. Yeah, M1 and M2. Because we need some methods as well, right, for PBO and PAI. So this is a basic settings for any body, not only for screen implementation. Any body definitions, you need an interface. Okay, done. Save it. So now I'm going to use create screen enhancement. Okay, now it will ask what is the calling program. So this is my calling program, and the program which just I created, and the screen number is 100. Subscreen area is S1. Okay, and this is for considering SAP screen enhancement. Okay, continue. Changing context settings of body, yeah, it's fine, we are good, just an information for us. So program screen subscreen area is ready. Okay, so let's save this and act toward it. So we are done. Definition is done. Okay, so I have a BADI and BADI has a screen enhancement and is an implementation. Okay, so now I'm going to create an implementation for this. Few things are left. The coding part, I will come to that little later. So for that, let me create another program. So here I can say Z BADI screen implementation. So this is normal implementation procedure we have to do. Implementation. Just click create. Screen implementation executable. Okay. And here I need one more screen. This is to create a subscreen here. I'll go with 50 and subscreen design for BADI implementation. I'll go with subscreen and go to layout. Do some designs over here. Nothing big. So I can say this is BADI implementation screen text 1 and have a button because we need to write some codes as well. Exit PB1 and the function code. Function code is going to be FCT exit. So I believe you are good with multiple programming. That is the reason I'm not explaining much over here. Okay, activate your screen and activate your program also. So now program is ready for implementation. Copy this. Now go to your BADI definition. Do the enhancements. Okay. So right click. Sorry, implementation. Create BADI implementation. So you know the steps to create it. It will ask you want to create a new enhancement implementation and then BADI implementation, or you can use the existing one. It's up to you. So normally in standard, it's mostly go with 1:1. Okay, one enhancement implementation is to one BADI implementation. So let me go with that. So I have already one, but I'm not using it. I'm creating a new one. If you want, you can use this also. I have explained this in my previous videos, how to use existing one, how to create a new one as well. So this is for screen enhancement. Okay, and continue. Save it. Then it will ask what is your BADI implementation. I'm going to use this one. Select it and click continue. It will ask what is the name for BADI implementation. So BADI implementation is Z BADI. This is for screen and the class ZCL. So this will automatically create. It's not already existing, so it will create automatically. So screen implementation, BADI implementation. Okay, continue. Save it. So implementation is almost done. Few things we have to done in the definition as well as the implementation. Then the screen exit comes to an end. Let me activate it. Always active your enhancement spot and everything. So don't wait to activate all together. I showed you it sometimes it gives some weird error for that. So better do it individually. So we are done with definition. We're done with implementation. So let me take you to the slide for a time. This part is done. I have created one standard program with a normal screen and subscreen area, and so this is also independently I have created a 1Z program and it has a subscreen, it has a design and everything is ready. So the next step would be this one. I need to include this to my standard subscreen area. This has to be done from the standard program. Okay. So here everything is a custom. I am going to write this code called subscreen area including my custom program number and the screen. Okay. So before this, one simple step to be done in implementation, I have created the design individually, but it's not mapped with the BADI definition. It is not mapped saying that this is a program for your subscreen area. So that we need to done in the implementation level itself. Then I will go to write this code in my standard program, my first program. Okay. So in the screen enhancement, just double click. And what is the program name? Yeah, this is the program name, right? Implementation program name. So go here. Okay, screen enhancement. Yes. So this is a standard program, standard screen, subscreen area. So here I have to map it. So this is the program, and the program has a subscreen 50. So this is the step one. I have to done it, activate it. So it got activated. Now the slide one. Okay, I need to write the call subscreen. So that is done in a program, calling program, not this. Okay, this is my calling program. Just click change, and this is a statement which needs to be added. Considering this is a standard program, it's calling a standard transaction, sorry, standard screen. So I just mentioned call screen 100. Then go to screen, and here I have to write the code call subscreen area, including subscreen program name and subscreen number. In standard it's actually dynamic, so but here I'll go with the hard-coded values only. So I want to check, one second, let me capital. Yep, I'll just keep it here, and then 50. Okay, so let's see whether it's getting called or not. It's a very simple one, so it should call. It's done. Go back to the program and activate your program. Okay, so this is a standard program. So if I press F8, yes, it's getting called. My BADI implementation screen is getting called, but obviously it's not working because we didn't do any PI concept, right? So for that, we need to understand from the BADI definition perspective, that M1 or M2 to be in PBO, or which one is in PBO, which one is in PAI. Okay, SC38. And I will show you how it's done in standard. I have a standard screen exit program. This is the one. So I'll go to display. There's a program, and it has some screen exit. This is an ECC, not from HANA. And go with classical enhancements. Yeah. So here they mention same thing we have done. Calling program, standard screen number, and standard subscreen. Okay, and if we get into this, I want to show you the call subscreen, how they made it. So this is the one, BADI call for subscreen. So call subscreen area name, including they have used some dynamic variable to receive the program and screen number. Okay, so if you see where they are getting it, so double click, so it will show you the place where it's actually used. Okay, so this is the way they have done it, whatever the subscreen area and the subscreen program name and dynpro and everything. Okay, along with your exit name. Done. But here we are doing very in the simple way, that's why we didn't go to these things. That is not required as well. So we need to understand how the screen enhancement is designed in the BADI definition part. Okay, now we have two methods, M1 and M2, right? So implementing class, I have M1 and M2. I decided M1 go with PBO, M2 as PAI. So go to the calling program. Calling program is but my standard program. Change and get into the screen. So I had to write the code. So I need these two to be enabled. Done. So under the status 100 does not exist. Do you want to create? Yes, I want to create in the same program. So here I'm going to initialize the BADI and call the BADI implementation method. So data object for BADI type ref2. These are already we have seen. It needs to be your BADI name. So your BADI name is ZGISER BADI. So for this we have to create a reference. Done. Then we need to use get BADI object BADI and call BADI object BADI, and it will list out what are the methods available. So M1. So M1 is for PBO, then M2 for PAI. So double click. So same coding I have to write here except the declaration. So this is already done. And here PAI is going to call M2. So this is a way the definition is happening, design is happening from SAP side. With implementing class, method is going to be act as a PBO, act as a PAI. Okay, we are almost done. Let me activate the program. Then we'll do the breakpoint. Normally how you identify, try to identify which method is PBO, PI. Same way I'm going to do it. So go to the implementation part, screen enhancement. Sorry, implementations, get into the implementation. Get into the implementation elements, implementing class. Okay, now M1, actually it's already implemented. I skipped that part, so don't worry. Otherwise you'll get a pop-up. This method is not implemented. Do you want to do it? So here I'm going to use breakpoint, activate it, and M2. So it will ask, do you want to create the implementation? Yes, I want to create the implementation. And breakpoint, activate it. Okay, so the breakpoints are happening in my implementation level. The same way we are going to figure out which method is for PBO and which method is for PI. Now execute your standard program. Considering this is your standard program, execute it. So it will stop the method M1. Okay, so considering this is in PBO, because before screen pop-ups the breakpoint is reached. So M1 is for PBO coding. F8, if I press exit, again it stopped in M2 and this is for PAI. Okay, so now you can write a code whatever you want. Again it goes to PBO. As you are aware, if any refresh happens, automatically it goes to reach the PBO as well. So that is the reason it reached M1 as well. F8, so now go to the implementation, write the code whatever you want. Oops. Okay, so M2 is PAI. So here I can say leave program. And if you feel it needs to be your what do you call function code, then use the system variable. If it is exit, then leave program. You com, right? If okay, once again it's not coming properly. You okay? UCOM, right? Act toward it. That's it. And again, go to your program, click exit. So SIUCOM as FCT exit. If yes, just leave the program. Okay, one second, it's not properly refreshed. Let me call it again. it. Yeah, now it's going inside and leave the program. Just come out of it. Okay. So this is the way it works, the screen enhancement in the BADI level. So hope this might give an idea how the BADI is defined for screen enhancement. So it's very simple to do an implementation for any screen enhancement in the BADI level. Okay. Just go through this, play around, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.